Hey there, Brian King again. One thing that I see so often, and I've been seeing it a lot this week in discussion groups, in Facebook posts, is this phenomenon of parents feeling stuck in everything they're doing. They have this belief that, I'm doing the best stuff that's out there. Hey, I see people starting to chime in. Feel free to comment below, say hi, give me a like, give me a love, let me know that you're out there. And then we can really dive into this topic together because it's so important. So many parents just feel stuck in everything they're doing. Hey there, Sine. Oh, I'm so glad to have you here. And I see them talking about, I've read this book, I've read that book, I've tried everything. It didn't work. I don't know what else to do. I saw a comment this morning where a father was talking about difficulty communicating with his son. Feels like his son's not listening anymore. And I gave specific feedback, very specific feedback, even including language. And the father said, I already did that. No, you didn't. You didn't do it the way that I said to do it. Maybe you did it in the spirit of it. Maybe your intention was to communicate that his lack of listening was not working for you, but you didn't do it the way I did it. So what I want to do is give you a small little nugget here that can really, really help you. Because I work with parents every single day who feel stuck, who have been in this years-long pattern of feeling like that they're trying to reinvent the wheel, that they're running this hamster wheel, like they're just an automaton trying to get it all together, and nothing is getting them anywhere, okay? So why do you need to know this? Why is it important to get unstuck? Well, because you're raising a child. You're raising a child that needs to be able to engage the world successfully. And if you are caught in these self-defeating processes that don't work, you're raising a child to be frustrated. You're raising a child to feel like their parents don't get them because you're stuck in the things that aren't working. Does this sound familiar at all? Because I've been there myself too. If this resonates with any of you, please just say, heck yeah, or a thumbs up, or give me some indication that this is something that you understand. Now, I could probably name about 10 steps or so that I use to help parents get unstuck, but that takes some time, not an eternity, not an ungodly time. Yeah, Anthony, I knew this would resonate with you, pal. Anthony is one of my best friends on Facebook, and he's also a brilliant podcaster. So if you want to connect with that guy, I highly recommend it. But this is a common phenomenon for parents. Trying to do it all, trying to do everything, hope they're doing it right, and when they're not doing it right, they freeze. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Do you think maybe the way you respond to these things that are not working is part of the issue? Say, I don't know what to do. I don't know. When you do that, you have declared that you are incapable, that you lack the capacity, you lack the knowledge. So one thing that you need to do immediately, whenever this starts happening to you, when you feel stuck, is, what do I need to know? You make a decision, okay? And there's a lot of gurus out there that will say the same thing. Make a decision to do something new. That is the first thing that you must do. And like I mentioned, there are a lot of steps after this because you also have to decide what the new thing is. Once you decide what the new thing is, what else do you need to do in order to implement that? And that's, where the real fine-tuned, laser-focused coaching comes in. But let's keep it simple for now. I decide to do something new. What does that mean? What have I been doing all along that's not working? Well, start with your language. I don't know. I've tried everything. I've read all the books. Well, okay. There's no doubt that there's a lot of information out there in parenting. However, there's no information on parenting your kid. Doesn't happen. The book's not been written and it never will. That's why I recommend to all parents. The books are great. They're wonderful at giving you the 30,000-foot view. They're outstanding at pointing you in the right direction. What they cannot do is help you customize it for your kid. That is where it's important to have a solid coach that can really help you out. And it doesn't have to be me, it can be anybody, but somebody that allows you to get beneath the surface of what got you doing this stuck behavior in the first place, so that they can help you find your way out and into a pattern of something that's much more effective all the time. Now, I imagine that you have some questions on this right now because I've thrown a lot at you in a small amount of time. Some of your questions like, well, how do I know what to decide? How do I figure out all the things that I'm doing that are keeping me stuck? I've been doing this stuff for years. I've been doing it forever. Those are very reasonable questions, and they're very common questions. And the answers are simply, give yourself some time. Don't feel like you have to sit down in 5 minutes and crank it all out. Reflect a little bit. As you're walking through the day, see if you can increase your self-awareness. Catch yourself on the hamster wheel. See, Penny agrees. Say, man, I feel like I say this thing 1,000 times a day. Great, write it down. Because if you say something 1,000 times a day, it pretty much meets the criteria of Einstein's definition of insanity. Trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you feel like you're banging your head against the wall, you're not being effective, you're not being heard, write those things down. That's the things that are keeping you stuck. And then ask yourself the question, make the decision, I'm deciding to try something new. And then once you figure out what that new thing is, or maybe it's hard for you to find the new thing, maybe you need some help talking it out. And that's why I come to you every day, because I want to help you solve these problems. Now, I've thrown a lot at you in a short amount of time. I actually need to go hop on a call with a client right now, but I wanted to give you this first to help you out a little bit. Now, as I said, this is not an easy shift to make, but it's an important shift. And I want to help you to make that shift. You deserve it, and your kids deserve it. So think about what your questions are, and reach out to me privately, send me a direct message, and I'll do everything I can to help you. But in the meantime, who do you know that really needs to make that shift? Who can you share this video with so that they can benefit as well? As soon as I'm done talking, share away and let other people get the same help that you just got. Thank you again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Talk again soon.